There's a funny thing about rivers. They're always flowing, twisting, turning, taking the path of least resistance. Most things in rivers drift along without question. Leaves, sticks, fish caught in the current, floating downstream without even thinking. But there's something special about you. You're not like others. You see, only dead fish go with the flow. The rest, the strong, the awake, the alive, they take back their power. They realize at any moment they can choose. They can decide. They can take back control. And the moment you decide to take back control, something magical happens. It's like switching on a light in a dark room. Suddenly you see options where there were none. You realize you had the power all along, hidden, waiting. Because power, it isn't something you get from the outside. Power is something you reclaim. Think about this. Every choice you make builds a pattern. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every decision, no matter how small, creates a network in your mind. Like paths through a forest. Some paths are well worn, easy to follow. Others untouched, waiting for you to explore. And the most interesting thing is, the moment you decide to step off the old path, to forge your own trail, something changes inside you. You become the guide, the leader. Not just of your choices, but of your whole world. Because when you choose your path, the world starts to shift around you. Have you noticed that? It's like when you change the way you see something. The moment you change the frame, the picture changes too. What used to look like a problem, now it's an opportunity. What once felt like a block becomes a door, and doors, they're meant to be opened. Imagine standing in front of that open door right now. Maybe it's been there all along, just waiting for you to notice it. All it takes is one step, one decision. And once you decide to step through, you'll never go back to drifting, because you're a chooser, a decider, someone who creates. And isn't it amazing how the mind works? The way it can take a single idea and let it ripple out, affecting everything, changing the way you see yourself, the way you move through life, the way you step into your power. You see, your beliefs, they're like software running in the background, and sometimes it's time for an update. You don't need to erase everything. Just install something better, something that works for you, something that empowers you to take back control. Here's the secret. The only limit is the one you believe in. When you let go of that limit, you feel it. That sense of freedom, that surge of power. It's like waking up from a dream and realizing you've been the dreamer all along. You can create anything. You can choose to move in any direction because you choose, you decide, you take back control. And as you do, you feel it settling deep inside, can't you? That sense of clarity, that growing awareness that every moment is now a choice. Every breath is a new beginning. And the beauty of it is, it's already happening. That shift, that transformation is taking root, now spreading through your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, reprogramming everything from the inside out. And you didn't even need to try because you've always had the power. You just forgot for a while, but now you remember, and remembering changes everything. Because it's fascinating how the mind works, isn't it? How a single thought, a single belief can shape the way you see the world without you even realizing it. It's like wearing a pair of tinted glasses. For so long, you forget they're there. And then one day, you take them off. Suddenly, everything is brighter, clearer, more alive. And in that moment, you realize you've been living according to a script you didn't even write. A script that told you to follow the flow, to stay in line, to wait for permission, to let life happen to you instead of through you. But that was just a story. And the best part about stories, you can rewrite them, because you're the author, the creator, the one who decides. And the moment you step into that truth, something shifts. You begin to notice how easy it is to let go of the old patterns. Those tired loops that used to run in the background. And as you let them fade, you make space for something new. A new belief, a new decision, a new way of being. The kind of belief that makes you feel lighter, stronger, more powerful. Like you've been carrying a weight you didn't even know was there, and now it's gone. You see, life, it isn't something that happens to you. Life is something you create, moment by moment, choice by choice. It's like walking through a house with hundreds of doors, and every door is a new possibility. Some doors, they lead to familiar places, patterns you've seen before. Others, they lead to something completely new, something bigger, brighter, more alive. And the moment you realise you can choose which door to open, then everything changes. And it's funny, isn't it, how the mind loves to play with possibilities. How it can take a single idea and let it ripple through your entire being, like a pebble dropped in a still pond, because every ripple is a new thought, a new belief, a new truth unfolding inside you. And you don't even have to try to hold on to it, because it's already happening, deep inside, without effort. Those new patterns, they're forming now. You reclaim your power. You choose, you decide, you take control. And with every breath, every thought, every step you take, those words, they become more real, until they're not just words anymore. They're who you are. The decider, the creator, the one who leads. You've always known it, haven't you? Even if it was buried between layers of old beliefs, doubts and distractions. But now the truth is rising to the surface, like sunlight breaking through the clouds, like a seed that's been waiting for just the right moment to grow, because it's time to remember who you are, time to take back what's always been yours, your power, your choices, your life. And the funny thing is, once you see that, you can't unsee it. You can't go back to drifting, to waiting, to letting life happen around you, because now you know the secret. You're in control. You choose the meaning. You write the story. And in every story, there's a moment when the hero wakes up, when they realize they had the power all along. And you're the hero of your own story, the one who decides, the one who chooses, the one who takes back control and creates the life they were meant to live. And as that thought settles in, it's like a stone finding its perfect place. It feels right, doesn't it? Like it was meant to be there all along. Like something you've always known deep down, but are now only beginning to remember. It's time to rewrite your story. Time to choose a different path. Time to decide that this is the moment that everything changes, because only dead fish go with the flow. But you choose, you decide, you take back control. It's funny how life can change the moment you remember something you've always known, something deep inside, something so powerful it's been waiting for just the right time to rise to the surface. And maybe that time is now, because confidence, it isn't something you've to find. It's something you've always had. It's been there since the beginning. Think back to when you were a child. Back then, you didn't hesitate. You didn't question your worth. You just knew. You could do anything, be anything, have anything. You took risks, explored, played, and laughed without needing permission. Every challenge was just a game. Every obstacle was an adventure. And you knew without question that you could get back up no matter what. Somewhere along the way, though, the world tried to make you forget that, didn't it? But here's the secret. You never lost it. That confidence, that resilience, that sense of limitless possibility, it's still there. It's like a flame inside you. Maybe it's been dim for a while, but the thing about flames, it only takes a spark to reignite them. And once they catch, they grow fast. And that flame, it's growing now, isn't it? Because true confidence, it isn't about being perfect. It's about trusting yourself, knowing, no matter what happens, you've got what it takes. And the beautiful thing is, confidence and resilience, they go hand in hand. Confidence is knowing you can. Resilience is knowing you will, even if it doesn't go the way that you planned the first time. It's like a tree standing tall in the wind. The stronger the wind blows, the deeper its roots grow. And the deeper the roots, the harder it is to knock down. And you're like that tree. Every challenge, every setback, every hard moment, it's only made you stronger, more grounded, more unshakable. You might have bent at times, but you never broke. And isn't it amazing how resilience works? The more you use it, the more it grows. Until one day you realise there's nothing that can truly stop you, because every obstacle is just a lesson. Every failure is just a stepping stone. Every setback is just a setup for something greater. You're unstoppable. And now, as you step, into that unstoppable version of yourself, something else awakens: abundance. Because confidence and resilience, they're the foundation of abundance. Abundance, it isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. It's like a river, always flowing, always moving towards you. If you just open the gate and let it in. You've probably noticed when you feel good, when you trust yourself, when you step into your power, good things, they just seem to happen, don't they? Opportunities show up. Connections click into place. Everything starts to flow naturally and effortlessly. That's because abundance is your natural state. It's not something out there, it's something inside you. And the moment you believe it's yours, it starts to appear everywhere. Abundance is about knowing you already have everything you need. And the more you trust the truth, the more the world reflects it back to you. It's like planting a seed in rich soil. You don't have to force it to grow. You just have to nurture it. Give it what it needs, and trust it will blossom in its own time. And as you hear these words, you can feel it, can't you? That sense of confidence, that unshakable resilience, that flow of abundance. It's already happening. It's already growing inside you. And from now on, every breath you take, it will remind you of that truth. Every step you take will ground you in that strength. Every decision you make will come from that place of power, that place of trust, that place of abundance, because you choose, you decide, you take back control. And when you know that, really know it, everything changes. Challenges become opportunities. Setbacks become fuel. Abundance becomes effortless. And you become unstoppable.